Hello, and welcome to No Longer a People Pleaser. My name is Tina Rose, and I have been summoned to change the trajectory of your life. There was a specific heartbreak that I had to go through that forced me to go within, and it was all part of the plan. I had to go through what I had planned in this lifetime to teach or to be a guiding light for others, to forgive and master our emotions after codependency. And what I'm feeling is that heartbreak has always been a part of our lives as people pleasers, right? My initial heartbreak was my relationship with my mom. It did break my heart. And then the older I got, the more I started just kind of sweeping it under the rug. That heartbreak, I would sweep it under the rug. And there was such a big, big calling inside of me to love people. And it was all about love. Even when I was being so hurt, it was always all about love. And that's all I wanted. I wanted to give people love. I wanted to receive love. I wanted to find love. And I swept under the rug the heartbreak um, that I got from my mom. I want to say that my mom caused, and it just felt like I was being accusatory, but that's what it is. And I tell myself, I remind myself that that was her contract with me, right? We knew that coming into these bodies, these are the things that we signed up for. And so that's a big part of forgiving, is learning that there's really nothing to forgive. But you can't ignore the pain and just keep saying, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. You have to feel it. And then in the process of feeling it and healing it, and I can't say that one comes before the other, but maybe your intention to forgive helps you get to the place where you can feel it. It makes it easier to feel it and heal it and release it so that you can forgive. And then another heartbreak is the fact that we abandon ourselves. But it was all, a survival strategy. We did what we had to do and the best that we knew to do to get through our childhood, trying to be loved, trying to be accepted, trying to belong. And then in my life anyway, things continued. The heartbreak, the specific heartbreak that I had to go through that threw me into that dark night of the soul situation was the fact that I did abandon myself for decades. And then that culminated in knowing that my relationship, 30 plus year marriage, had to end because I could not heal and stay in that marriage. That was for me, though. I'm not going to say that that is the way it is for everyone. And I say that it's not because that person also was fulfilling his contract with me before we came into these bodies, what I had asked him to do. And so the thing is, my heart goes out. I mean, I know that everything is a dream. And that's what gets me through a lot of it, because that person that I cared and still care for so much is in a deep, dark place now, and they don't even realize it. So that was the risk that they were taking for this lifetime. When they agreed to be in that position to help me learn lessons around, not abandoning myself and choosing myself, there was that risk that in this lifetime they might get pulled down deeper and deeper, and so deep that they couldn't come out. And that's where that person is now. And I hold on to the fact that this is just a dream, but my heart does go out to that person, because I see their pain. They don't realize it, but I see it like they're holding up a big sign, right? And there's probably signs on all three sides of their body, right, left, and front. As far as I can see, it is so obvious. Yeah, and I know their heart. And I thank that person every day in my mind and my awareness for doing their part, playing their role in my life so that I could have this heartbreak of completely losing myself in them, right? Because it was all part of the plan. I had to have something that pulled me so low that I needed to climb back up out of in order to heal it and then help spread that light to help others. And when we heal from people pleasing, we begin to see ourselves as beautiful and acceptable. And this is when you realize that when other people don't like you, it's about them and it's not your problem. And this is what I have been able to learn and embody. I now embody that truth and that wisdom because I was I was so deep into worrying about what other people thought about me. It was very, very sad, very heavy, so much anxiety all day long, worrying about who you'll have to see or be, have interactions with that day. I had anxiety about that. As soon as I stopped talking to someone, I would have anxiety about what I said. Maybe I should have said something different. Maybe I should have said it a different way. And during the conversations, I would be just so worried about what I was saying. I had a very thick filter because I was always, always, always over analyzing, over filtering what I needed to say, right? It was always about, okay, what does this person want to hear? What can I say that's going to at least disrupt the conversation or how this other person's feeling, or always so much anxiety. And it just feels so magnificent. I'm trying to think of big vocabulary words that will explain how it feels to really, truly live without worrying about what other people think. It's like the greatest thing of all. And when you don't worry about what other people think, you are able to choose you. It's so much easier. You don't have to worry about anybody else's feelings. Now I don't want to go around saying, well, I don't care about you. I don't care about your feelings. It's not like that. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to be as free and happy as I am now. So it's not like, not caring about anybody. It's not like that at all. It's just that when you wake up to the truth about who you are and who they are, it just makes everything so much easier. And I'm not what's the word, making light of what we as people pleasers have to heal, the fear and the nerves we have to go through to get on the other side of that. I know how hard that is. But now I'm on the other side of it, and I know how great it feels. And to know that I did it means that you can do it too. It took a lot of commitment. Okay, and what's coming up in my mind now is I had a word just pop into my head this morning. And I know my higher self was putting it there. And the word is temperance. I had to look it up. Because I don't recall ever using that word. It just came into, and it wasn't in a sentence or anything. It was just quiet mind. And all of a sudden the word temperance came in. I thought, okay, what's that about? So I looked it up in the dictionary online. Temperance is the virtue of moderation, self-control, and balance in everything, emotions, behaviors, to achieve harmony and reason over impulse. And so today I've been kind of contemplating this, and I'm feeling like I got a confirmation. So I was feeling like it was because, I have slipped in my eating patterns for about 5 years. I drastically changed my diet as I was reading A Course in Miracles, which was life-changing for me if you haven't watched any of my other videos. But toward the end of that 365-day lesson plan, I started changing my diet, and I would change gradually. The first thing I cut out was junk food. That was around Halloween. And I said, okay, I'm going to stop eating candy. I'm not going to eat any candy this year when my daughter, gets candy for Halloween. I'm not going to eat any. And just one thing led to another, and I kept cutting things out. I started going keto. I don't even remember what that means. Maybe it's no starch or something, but anyway, it was keto. I would just layer it, right? No candy, no processed foods, store-bought processed foods, no meat, keto, and I just started layering it until after about 6 months, I was like vegan. I had never been vegan before. I'd never been vegetarian before. But, and then for about 4 years after that, I was mostly raw vegan, like 80% raw vegan. And I had cut out a lot of things in my life. It's like I had overcome temptation. That's a big statement. But yeah, I would cut out all kinds of things. I would take cold showers. I would brush my teeth with the opposite hand. Big things, little things. I'm trying to think of some other things. Oh, I had been addicted to chapstick for so long. Um, and that took me about a year to wean myself off chapstick because my lips, the actual skin, was used to chapstick. But now I'm off chapstick, and I have a stick that I keep just in case, like during cold weather, my lips authentically start to get chapped, so I'll have to put some on. But I used to use it like every 30 minutes all day long. First thing I did when I woke up, last thing I did before I went to sleep, wake up in the middle of the night, put chapstick on, but all kinds of things. I even did in, what year was it? 2023. It was all, again, the month of December. And I said, I am going to do something new 59 times just because my age at that time was 59 years old. I said, I'm going to do something new 59 times. And to keep me honest and to keep me supported, I was going to post it on Facebook. So I did. I wrote this paper, and put it on Facebook. I'm going to do something new 59 times to show my devotion to overcoming temptation and wanting to be someone new, to let go of the old me and be the new me. So that's what I would do. And I did. I wanted to do it all in the month of December. So I would have some days I would have more than one thing. Maybe sometime I'll go up here and talk about it in detail. But I would, do a Facebook post every day talking about what I had changed and what I had said no to or whatever, doing something new. And it was quite fun. And I had a few people that were, found it interesting. They said they look forward to seeing it. And yeah, it helped them in some way. So, but anyway, I'm kind of digressing or getting off subject. I was getting to the fact that the word temperance that came into my mind, and it means moderation and self control. But around what I ate, so for 4 years, I was raw vegan, and I was so adamant about not eating anything outside that. Very hyper vigilant about it. And then just in the last, I don't know, 6 months or so, 5 or 6 months, I have been allowing myself to have things that I haven't had in years. I moved to a new location. It's way out in the country, and there's a little country store right up the road. And so I started getting, I still get a vegetable plate, but I'll get like cabbage that's cooked in oil and not animal fat. That's what they have there. They have the box mashed potatoes, and I started getting those. So I've been going outside that, and I would get like cornbread. It's like it tastes like cake, and yeah, that's one of my things. I guess you could say an addiction or something. I crave sugar. Oh, and coffee. Coffee's a big one too because for 3 or 4 years I didn't drink any coffee, and I was like drinking multiple cups of coffee a day. I would drink sweet tea, caffeinated black tea, the Southern style, every day. I had to have it every day. So for 2 or 3 years, or maybe 3 or 4 years, I've lost track. I didn't drink any caffeine. I didn't drink sodas before that anyway. But um, but then now I've gotten back on coffee. My daughter started working at a coffee shop, and so I started having like 2 cups a week, and for about 2 years, 2 cups a week. And now I'm up to like having a cup every day, at least 1 cup every day. So I've gotten back into it, and I'm thinking that I'm feeling that my higher self is putting this into my awareness because I already know, that I'm slipping and I'm doing these things and I'm telling myself, well, it's been a long time, I've earned it kind of thing. But I think my higher self, what I got was that right now is kind of holding me back a little bit to the next stages of where I want to be. So here we go again. Um, I am now devoting myself to getting back on track, to eating the things that I know are good. I still eat things that are healthy for me every day. I have a green raw smoothie every morning. And a lot of times I will have an all raw, like a salad or all raw with my homemade dressing and whatnot each day. Um, but then if I eat a third meal that day, a lot of times it's something that's not good for me, like the cornbread or what else have I been eating? Pancakes. I'll make gluten-free pancakes, telling myself, okay, they're gluten-free, so maybe they're okay, but I still have the pure maple syrup. That's, I'm thinking maybe a little bit better than the, Aunt Jemima brand or whatever, but it's still sugar. Yeah, so I'm feeling like I want to redevote to getting back on track with the food that I eat. And I didn't really feel any different physically. I didn't, but I know in my heart that it's better for me. And my higher self does point me in that direction, that it would be healthy for me. And that's not to say that it's for anyone else that I'm talking to here, that you need to be vegan. You need to listen to your body. This is just what my body is telling me, that I need to be raw vegan. So I hadn't planned on confessing that today, that I had fallen off the wagon with what I was eating. Somewhat. I mean, like I say, I still eat some healthy things every day. I feel like I'm at least hyper nourishing with that one green smoothie a day. And my favorite drink is just kale, spinach, and it's 75% green leafy. So kale, spinach, and then some frozen bananas. And then I'll put a few medjool dates in it, which is the natural sweetener. That's still sugar. And then I put flax seeds and hemp seeds and spring water, no milk in my smoothies. And then I have a few other varieties of smoothies that are really healthy. Just all fresh, raw fruits and vegetables. A lot of leafy greens. I always try to get the leafy greens and or celery, avocados, cucumbers. Anyway, not sure why I got into that. I had, said my affirmation before I started this video, that I allow what others need to hear to channel through me. And I just start the video, and hope that my higher self puts the thoughts in my mind, the words in my mouth that I need to say. And so I'm going to trust that this is the right thing to put out there today. A lot of time and energy over the last few days has gone into trying to get that leak in the second bathroom repaired. And I believe we finally did today. After talking to, I don't know, 4 or 5 people this week, I think I finally got it done. I had more than one group of people come out and look at it. But I think we finally got it. I'm going to test it tonight. And when I wake up in the morning, hopefully it'll be dry. So, there was 2 days this week that I did not do a daily recording, and that was why. There was just so much going on, doctor's appointments and other things like that. So I didn't want to miss today. I hope this helps someone. I'm not going to do an energy healing again today, and keep up the boundaries, my heart center friends. We love you. Blessed be.